Okay, hello and good morning, everyone, guys. I'm sorry for the kind of pause a little bit, but my camera stopped working for some reason. But yeah, I hope it's all back now. I mean, I can see myself. I hope you can see me too. But yeah, guys, sorry for the bit of a lengthy pause. But yeah, welcome. Everyone. Welcome to Easy Markets Daily Pitch International with me, Darius. Today's the Friday. Today is Friday. Fantastic. 16th of June, 2023. So I hope you're all feeling nice and prepared for the weekend. I hope you're all feeling kind of excited about today. Although maybe not much going to be happening today. However, we do have a bit of data coming out. So, we'll see how that plays out. But before we go any further, as always, we need to quickly have a read through our risk disclaimers. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendations and should not be considered as such. This material should not be taken as an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. Look, I'll disappear again from this little left corner in there. I'll give you a few minutes to read the rest and then we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, just a quick mentioning of our Easy Markets website, which you can always check out for more information about us. Yeah, okay guys, honestly, let's jump into the charts. Let's see what's happening. Well, first of all, I want to look at Nikkei, as always. To be honest, I think just I'm going to leave it for next week because at this point, nothing much is happening. I think everything already happened. We already had that move. So look, I mean, on Monday, I was talking about this potential breakout here. And last week as well, I was talking about this breakout, and yes, we moved higher. Look, I had initially the target 33,500. But then, yeah, it reached a little bit higher, the area near the 33,850. We found some resistance around there, and we drifted back to the downside. So on Nikkei, basically, we had a good move. And now we're seeing maybe a bit of a retracement here. The question is, of course, for me, will the futures here, will they break higher? Will they actually go a little further north today when the US session, starts trading? In general, yesterday we had a good kind of activity in the indices, so I'll get to that in a bit. I'll get to US and European ones in a bit. But yeah, in general, Nikkei, what can I say? I'll leave it for next week because at this point, although I'm still kind of leaning a little bit more to the upside, I kind of would like to see let's say a nice good breakout here, a nice good breakout through the 33,850 zone in order to go further north. Nikkei here on our chart, we don't have much data as I can see here in our Easy Markets chart here, but well, it's enough still to trade on intraday. But like, yeah, you can see this this nice monthly chart here and this nice move on the monthly chart, but this is not something that I want to show you. Actually, I'm going to pick up on TradingView's chart on Nikkei. So Nikkei 225 TradingView. Look, what I wanted to show you is that this is not the all-time high, because the all-time high in general was reached back in 1989. So, I mean, in general, if we analyze the chart here, the monthly chart, you'll see that this recent formation, well, recent, I'm talking about 2-year formation here, that lasted about 2 years. So from 21, kind of from 2021, we were correcting lower, and actually, it worked out beautifully because it formed a nice bullish flag, as you can see here. And then we cleared this 30,715 territory. I spoke about that level. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't. Sorry, what am I lying about? I didn't speak about this level. This is something that I spoke about with myself in my head, probably. No. But what I'm saying is that this was a fantastic barrier that we were keeping an eye on. I was keeping an eye on, and yes, we got that move. We got that breakout. This confirmed the forthcoming higher high, and I had my next target somewhere around here, which is the highest point of June of 1990, and we've surpassed that. That's 33,350 territory. We've surpassed that. My question, actually, will we stay above it, let's say at the end of this month, at the end of June? That's going to be quite an interesting one, because if we somehow fail to stay above it, well, maybe a retracement back down here could be possible, but at this point, guys, I am kind of still pointing to the upside, just because, like I said, we have ourselves a nice bullish flag here, which broke out nicely, so maybe a bit more upside here could be possible. Ideally, I would like to see a test of this territory, the 36,365. That's the inside swing low, or should I say the lowest point of January of 1990. So good potential target here, but yeah, let's see how this is going to play out. But at this point, like I said, I'm very curious what's going to happen with the highest point of June of 1990 at 33,345. If we do somehow shift back below it and stay below it, and on the monthly chart, then maybe a bit of a retracement here could be possible. But let's wait and see. Jumping it back into our charts, ASX 200. Let me jump back into the daily. Beautiful. What can I say? Pushing above the 200-day EMA. As I said before, that if we are for now within the falling channel, of course. But as long as the boundaries or the boundaries of the falling channel remained intact, still the trend could be to the downside. However, let's not exclude the opportunity maybe to see here a bullish flag forming, something like that. Again, not ideal. Maybe on a weekly it could be a little bit better. Yes, somewhat. On the monthly, no, not really, but on the weekly, maybe. So basically, we're trying to see here what something that I'm trying to see here, something what I want to see. But look, for now, I would say this way. One part of the deal, my idea is working out. So we got to push back above the 200-day EMA. Then I said that I'm going to aim for the excuse me. For the 50 and the 100-day EMA, or maybe this upper side of the falling channel, which we are, let's say it's a success. I mean, we did come very close to it. It's never an exact hit. It's always the area that we're watching around a certain level or line. So I think this is a success, and the question now here is that will we actually go further? Will we go and break the falling channel here, the upper side of the falling channel? Well, I would say for now you need to stick to kind of waiting at the moment, because look, if you're a bear, then yes, you're thinking, hey, maybe I'll get a nice opportunity here to sell it from this area. In a way, yes, you could be right, but look, if it might just stall here, maybe you'll enter short, and then suddenly it goes a little bit in your favor. You're feeling all nice and confident, but actually it's a little correction before a pop to the upside. So that's why my downside scenario could come, and this is where I need to, I think, adjust it a little bit. My downside scenario could come from somewhere around here. So look, I will still keep an eye on that 200-day EMA. If we do fall back below it, I'll start looking at some lower levels, but I'll get a little bit more confident with that idea if we do fall below the 7,150 territory right here, the one that I just marked. If we do drop below it, I'll get, like I said, a little bit more comfortable with the downside. I mean, this area right now is just something that I'm observing. I'm not really getting way too comfortable with that. Look, like I said, for now, if you want to go further north, then certainly yes, a break of the upper side of the falling channel would be required. China 50s. So this one just continues to drive nicely to the upside. All okay. Everything's yeah, not much to say here, guys. So what I can say is that for now, it's everything's, yeah, I'm still targeting my downside line together with that 200-day EMA. So if we do reach that area, then I'll be very interested to see what's going to happen further. But at this point, look, my scenario worked out nicely because I said that if we do pop above this 12,600 territory, then yes, I will go further north. And yeah, great. Look, it's going so far nicely. 50, now we're near 100-day EMA. Can we go all the way to that downside line together with the 200-day EMA? Let's wait and see. I'll start considering that if we do push above and stay above the 100-day EMA. For the downside, well, this is where I think, yeah, this upside line still could be valid, but I get it. Maybe we will be missing out on a bit of territory somewhere around here. So, in other words, what we can do is maybe we could keep an eye on the 50-day EMA. If we do fall below it, then yes, I will consider a move towards this upside line, taken from the low the 1st of June. And then we will take it from there, guys. Nasdaq 100. So yesterday was the kind of the aftermath. I mean, I think that the whole Fed Reserve no rate hike, did settle down a little bit among traders. And everybody thought that, hey, you know what? Let's push the market higher because interest rates are not going higher. So hey, feel free, enjoy life. And everybody did, and all the buyers did enjoy life yesterday. So they pushed higher. They went all the way to that. My target here. I had my target between roughly around the 15,260 territory. We surpassed that as well. Now, in a way, I would say, hey, I am very bullish here, and I'm aiming further north. But however, whenever we get, let's say, strong moves like that, and yes, some sort of a correction at some point will happen. The question is, will it happen right now? Will it happen, from around here? Who knows, but at this point, I think that there still could be some steam left in that train, and that and we could see this one pushing further north as long as we stay above this territory, the one that I talked about, the 15,260. If we continue to trade above it, then yes, I will go further north, guys. My next target here will be, well, this is where I need to go search for the next target. Okay. This I like that 15,600 territory. However, yeah, the market doesn't always like what I like, so yeah, I need to kind of do something a little bit more logical. So look, I think ideally maybe this little obstacle here could be a little push. Yes, this 15,650 could be a nice target, but ideally the 16,000 mark. Yes, guys. So how could I forget about the 16,000 mark? So that's something that I will be aiming for. Don't get me wrong. If you're thinking, look, whenever we have an instrument or whenever we have a spike or a huge drop or something like that, one rule you need to remember always, guys, that if you think that it had enough of a move, if you think that it will how to phrase it correctly, if you think that it's finished, let's say, rising or falling, there's always going to be a little bit more. That's just the rule that I go with in my life. I mean, and I can see that happening. So if you think that, okay, look here, maybe it's enough, maybe I'll go short here or something like that. In a way, if the market turns around, yes, okay, you were right and everything. But most of the time what I see is that, let's say, if you think that it did already have enough of a move, let's say in this case to the upside, it will always go a little bit more. So that's why I am cautious here. I am still a little bit bullish, but I'm going to be targeting initially this level, the 15,650 territory initially. And then we will kind of go from there. If we do somehow fall back below this 15,260 territory, yep, that's where I will get a little bit more excited with the downside. Long story short, that's the game plan for me for now on Nasdaq. S&P 500, beautiful shot up here. And the S&P, I just wanted to say it was the best performer. No, Dow Jones was the best performer yesterday. Nasdaq actually was the laggard a little bit, but not by much. S&P 500, similar story. Look, I'm there. The analysis is still the same, but the only thing is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out the levels here. So my target got reached, this 44.33 level. I spoke about that area yesterday. I said I really like that level. It's the a very nice, beautiful 44.33 zone. That's the inside swing low of the 20th of April of 2022. We managed to reach that one. We actually surpassed that and stayed above it. And now my next target is the this one right here, the 4,509 zone, marked by the highest, or should I say the high of the 21st of April of 2022. So that's going to be my next target, as long as we stay above the 44.33 zone. If we somehow start falling back below it, maybe I'll consider a bit of a retracement here to the downside, guys. Dow Jones Industrial Average, this one's a little bit different because we had a downside line. We broke it. Look, I've talked about this one, and boom, mission accomplished, perfect. I talked about this and I said to you that if we, yesterday I mentioned that if we kind of stay above that downside line, I think, I can't remember, were we during the meeting, during the webinar, were we already above this? Let me just have a look at the 30-minute chart. No, yeah, we were still below it. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, we were still below it. So we were close to that downside line, but we're still below it. So look, what's next? What's next? Next, basically, we've reached our target. Now, my next target here is the this peak, the highest point of December of 2022. Is it the highest point of, no, that's not the highest point of 2022. The highest point of 2022 is actually around here. There we go. That's the highest point of 2022, 36,832. That, of course, there's still plenty of room here to go. That's why I'm going to be very careful. And another thing, what's working out here, what I said to you yesterday and before that, and this week I've mentioned it, that, hey, maybe we had ourselves a nice, beautiful inverted head and shoulders pattern. If that's the case, then we can expect more upside to come here, because it was quite a prolonged one. So, maybe now we are going to push further north. To be honest, I'm still leaning towards higher levels. Probably one of the targets that I'm going to aim for is this, the 35,412. Or slightly above it, we do have this one, the 35,750 territory. Good potential targets. But first, of course, all eyes are on that 34,974 or the psychological 35,000 mark, guys. It's gonna be quite interesting to see if we can actually reach it today. I would really love that actually. Although I'm not long or anything. I mean, sorry, I'm long in general, but I don't have any positions. But I would really love this one to actually blow up to the upside, and maybe give us something for some food for next week. Maybe we could see a bit of a retracement next week or something like that. And so yeah, let's see how this week is going to end. Looking at the weekly candle, if by any chance this starts pushing back below the downside line today and stays below it, well, that could be a bit of a game changer. Maybe we could see actually a bit of a corrective move lower here. But of course, let's not rush into this. Let's just keep our minds open. The German index, DAX, yes, beautiful. So ignore the whole idea of the not the head and shoulders, but the double top. Look, for now, it's just pushing nicely to the upside. Just wanted to double check, and on our chart, I think that's the all-time high. Just a sec. Wait, where's DAX index? There we go. So is this the all-time high? Yeah, guys. Almost, I think. Yeah. Let me just check. So 16,290, and we were just kind of bang on that. Is that almost? Yeah, yesterday. Sorry, guys. This is 285. 16,335. And this is 16,330. Okay, so that's the highest point of last month. In general, last month we did that all-time high. So yeah, and we did overshoot it. Yes, what am I talking about here? Yeah, we did overshoot it. So we created a new all-time high here, but just by a little bit. So okay, look, okay, maybe this is this could be that double top. Let's see. Quite interesting actually. This is not the futures, guys. This is the actual kind of index here. So as it trades, as it opens, yes, just these are just the trading hours. I mean, the actual trading hours. This index here. So coming back to our chart, the futures, because we look at the futures as well, but we can see that yes, we are pushing further north. We have created a new all-time high. So yeah, what can I say? We are in uncharted territory. I think that, yeah, we could still go a little bit higher as long as we stay above this 16,374 right here. And then, yes, my next target is the 16,600 zone. I'll go for these nice, beautiful round numbers. Good morning, Daredevil Dave. What's your thoughts on cable today? I have it in the list here in the bottom, so I do apologize. I'll have to go through the list first. So, but yeah, I'll pick up on cable in a bit. Look, jumping into FTSE. Actually, speaking of something that goes not hand in hand, but the opposite directions with with cable and most of the time. FTSE 100. Look, we pushed away from that 200-day EMA. Finally, we were pushing higher, and still, I'm just observing the price action just because we are stuck between these two trend lines. While we're here, I'm just observing the price action. I need to see a clearance of these one of the sides here before kind of going any further, or before considering any the next short-term directional move. The dollar index, boom, guys, there we go. The dollar index. So yeah, continues to slide, and the question here is how much more. Okay, look, I think if I'm trying to see here something that I really want to see, yes, I think that yes, further declines are possible. In general, what I said to you yesterday, that if we do drop below the 102.84 territory here and we stay below it, I'll go lower. My next target will be the 102.24 tick, and then maybe the 102 zone tick. Perfect. Everything worked out perfectly. Look, at the moment, I'm leaning for further declines. My next target here will be probably this one. This 101.66. I'm keeping an eye on it. If we do fall below it, I'll go further south. But by further south, I mean only aiming for, let me just grab a trend line. Is this the one? There we go. I'm going to be aiming for this upside line. It's a bit of a tentative one for now, drawn from the low of the 14th of April. If we do drop below this hurdle, this is what I'm going to be aiming for. I'm going to be aiming for this upside support line. Look, don't get me wrong. Maybe it's not this one. Maybe it's going to be this one right here. This is what we could do initially. We could aim for this one first and then see. If that gets cleared, if that gets ignored, then yes, I'll aim for this upside line. So, in other words, be careful for now. Although, yes, I'm leaning on this one towards lower levels, but these are the obstacles to watch out for. But first, before aiming lower, I need to see a drop below the 101.66 territory. And Daredevil Dave answering your question in terms of cable, well, if this is going to go lower, then GBPUSD could continue pushing nicely to the upside. But I'll pick up on that in a bit. Gold. This one is, talk about a roller coaster ride, guys. This is just annoying as hell. And it's not really working out well. The only thing that's working out here for me is the fact that when I said to you that keep your eyes on this 1932 level yesterday, I said about that. And I said that if we do drop below it and stay below it, then yes, I'll go further south towards that 200-day EMA. We drifted below it. briefly, and then we reversed strongly because yesterday we had the ECB, and then yes, after during the press conference, yes, the gold started just kind of pushing strongly to the upside. I mean, that was spectacular to watch. And where we are right now we are near the 50-day EMA. So look, I'm still going to be aiming for that one. I'm going to be aiming for that 50-day EMA just because we pushed back above the 100-day EMA. I'm trying to keep it simple because, again, if I'm going to complicate, it's already a little bit on the complicated side. But if this is just, it's going to be like that, then sorry, it's very difficult to predict gold right now. But look, for now, I'm just going to be aiming for that 50-day EMA. I'm going to see if we're going to get a hold up somewhere around here. If we do, then yes, the question is, can we break this downside line? One thing that's really interesting me right now is, do we have a falling channel? Something like that. Okay, yeah, something like along the lines of this. So it seems like, a falling channel here. So if we're still looking at lower levels, guys, I think that falling channel or not, I think I will need to see a drop below this territory right there, this highlighted zone. That's the 1932 level. I'll start looking at some lower levels if we do fall back below the 100-day EMA here, shown as the green line. But in general, at this point, look, we're just kind of oscillating around the 100 and the 50-day EMA. So not much is kind of happening, I would say. So it's not really the most. I mean, if you do like setups like that, congratulations. But personally, this up and down, this no structure in general, it's like honestly, this one's like really lately like a lottery, or like a coin toss. So either way, guys, for me right now to get comfortable with some higher levels, look, in general, from the short-term perspective, I am still aiming for, let's say today, I'm aiming for that 50-day EMA, which is roughly around that 1967 territory. But ideally, I would like to see a break of this downside line here. And then, yes, I will get a little bit more excited with the upside, aiming for that 1985 territory. I just want to quickly look at the weekly chart. Okay, yeah, it's just gonna be something like that. Ooh, looking good, looking interesting. Why? Just a second. Wait, where's that? The bearish 3. Oh, excuse me. I wanna check the pattern very quickly. I think it's called the bearish 3, or the bullish 3, because bearish. No, that's the bullish 3. No, the bearish 3 method. That's the bearish. Honestly, this is confusing me a lot all the time because it's. Look, what I'm talking about here is basically whenever we have a decline like this, whenever we have, let's say, a 1 candle, and then the next 3 candles, their bodies are within the first, the second, the third, and the fourth candle bodies are within the body of the first candle, then we get a sell-off. Then we get like the, that's the bearish 3. Yes, that's correct. I think that's... no, because again, this is the confusion that everybody, no, that's the bullish 3 method. Yes, the bullish 3. Sorry, the falling 3 method. There we go. There's a confusion between the falling and the falling in the bearish, and rising in the bullish. So okay, let's stick to the falling 3 method. There we go. So the falling 3 method is something where you have something like that, like 1 candle here, and like I said, the first candle is like this, a bigger one with the body. The body is the bigger one. Then the next consecutive three candles, the second, the third, and the fourth one are within the body of the first one, and then the fifth one you get to the downside. Again, theory. Will that be the case? We'll just have to wait and see. So in that case, what I'm interested, going back to the daily chart here, I want to see if this actually, this downside line will continue to provide resistance. So, okay, I'm going to be aiming for it right now, just for today maybe. I'll see if it actually goes and and tests this area. If it continues to struggle to overcome that territory, maybe that's going to be the signal where, you know, we could see a drift back down. But I think that the better signal for me will be a drop, let's say below, again, depending on how this is going to trade today, maybe below today's low. If this is the low of today, this is going to stay here, this 1954-55 territory. If this stays today like this, then going into next week, that's where the excitement could come. Because if we start falling back below this, I will consider some lower levels. And I think, and you know what, it's a tricky bet here, but could be quite nice. I want to see if this is going to work out or not. Look, don't judge me too much if that's not going to work out. But hey, we're trying to find some sort of logic in unlogical markets sometimes. So, you know, for this one, I mean, this is going to be my setup, my game plan. Silver, this one's a mess. Let me remove everything. I think that it's time just to, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to simplify my life, and look at it this way. So we did drop initially below that 100-day EMA, kind of went closer to that 200-day EMA, failed to reach it. This was a mess. We found support somewhere around this here, the low of the 5th of June. I think that's even the lowest point. Yeah, that's the lowest point, the previous lowest point of June, because yesterday we made a new one. We rebounded from this territory and we pushed back up. So this level is actually around the 23.25 zone. We rebounded from that area, pushed back up, and now the question is here, can we break this downside line? But this is where right now I'm starting to think about gold, because if that's going to be the falling three method on the weekly chart, can we see something similar in here? No, actually nothing similar in here on silver. But I think let's be a little bit more on the careful side. If we, let's say, start dropping below this 23.25, then I'm going to start considering the downside. Initially, I will target, of course, I will target this hurdle here, the lowest point of May, near the 22.67 territory. And if that gets clear, then yes, further declines are possible. But also the downside scenario in gold and silver is aligned nicely with the dollar index, because yeah, look, this if this gets a hold of somewhere from here and then rebounds back up, at some point it will have to rebound, but will it be from here or from here? That's a good question. So we have to kind of wait and see on this one. So that's why with gold and silver, I'm kind of leaning towards something like that I just mentioned, those scenarios. Oil is looking quite good, bullish. Yesterday, yes, pushed nicely. Dollar declined, of course. We're pushing now higher. We're breaking that above that 70.49 territory. Great. As long as we stay above it, my next target is the 50-day EMA. I'm only aiming for that one, the 50, and maybe then the 73.28, but actually I like the 100-day EMA as a better target. So initially, like I said, I'm targeting the 50-day EMA. Also keeping my eyes on the 71 hurdle. If that gets cleared, well, more buyers could join in here. So everything's looking quite bullish, to be honest, for oil. But if by any chance it suddenly starts falling back below this downside line and stays below that 70.49 territory, guys, I think that maybe we're not ready to go a little bit higher. Maybe we'll form something of a rising channel here, something like that. But again, too early to talk about that. Natural gas, guys, just very quickly. I know maybe some of you are not very interested in this, but I have mentioned natural gas a while ago. I do like to look at these kind of not exotic commodities, but less maybe traded commodities. But look at this beauty. I mean, this is just amazing. If you have an ETF or with something like that, then this was a good deal. It still is, I believe, but of course, as long as we stay above this downside line, if we do continue to trade above it, then yes, I'm aiming further north. My next target is the psychological 3 territory. So we're now currently around that, 2.5, something like that, zone. Yeah, if we do continue to trade above it, then yes, like I said, my next target is the $3 mark. I'm going in these half a dollar increments, 50 cent. Yeah. I don't know what you heard about me, but I'm going in these 50-cent increments. So $2.50 and $3 and $3.50. So it's easier for me. This way, it's easier. And to be honest, look, the 3.5 is near the 200-day EMA. Boom, perfect. So everything is kind of aligning. And the $3 mark is around that highest point of March of this year. Is this the highest point of this year? No, the highest point of this year was somewhere around here for something. But look, in general, looking quite good. Looking quite attractive. Let's see if we can go further north. Wheat, also fantastic. I've mentioned wheat before, and look, for now, I think that if we draw something around this, you'll see that it's a beautiful, beautiful breakout. So even if we capture something like that, if these peaks, then yeah, it's even a better downside line, I would say. So yeah, we broke this, and also, oh, look at this. I mean, the 50-day EMA here was here. Honestly, I've missed this. I have to admit, I've missed this, but look, there is still hope that this could go further north. For now, I'm aiming for this 100-day EMA, and then if that gets cleared, my next target is the 200-day EMA. Simple as that. This level, the 200-day EMA, is near the peak here, the high of the 29th of March, which is around the 724 territory. But let's go slowly, not rush into anything, because we're currently, like I said, clearing some of these levels right there. Ethereum. I've mentioned this before, this idea. I said to you, look, if we do fall below this hurdle, my next target is the 200-day EMA, then the 1688 zone, or maybe we could see a test of the crossroads. And I mean, wow, talk about technical analysis here. It just kind of picture perfect, honestly, like a textbook. But look, what's next? Now the question is, can we actually rebound from this upside line? Well, we already rebounded, but can we go back up? At this point, I am playing the waiting game, because look, if I want to go lower, I need to see a drop below this territory, below these recent the lows of this week, near the 1626 level. If we do get that, then yes, I will. And we do fall below this lower side of this potential idea of a falling wedge, then yes, it will be just an opening for the bears. I mean, this will confirm a forthcoming lower low, and then we could start examining levels around here, maybe even. So, but again, let's not rush into anything. First, we're at the right now, at the moment, we're getting a rebound. For me to get comfortable with the upside on this one, I would actually like to see a push back above the 200-day EMA. Then, of course, I'll aim for this downside line, which could also be the falling wedge pattern. According to all the TA rules, those patterns tend to break to the upside. But at this point, look, because everything's so unstable right now with all these Coinbases and Binances and stuff like that, when SECs is, so that's why it's a little bit tricky at this point with going long. If you're a true believer and you can hold this from here, for example, then yeah, okay, do whatever you want, but just kind of use it without. I mean, if you're buying it, then of course, for sure, without leverage. That's that's for sure. But okay, at this point, like I said, I really, personally, I would like to see a nice good breakout here to the downside, to be honest. I really would like to see this one falling off the cliff, maybe going all the way back here, towards these levels. It would be quite interesting to see, but of course, like I said, the market doesn't always do what I want it to do, and yeah, that's why I'm going to be a little bit careful here. Dogecoin, just a quick update. So far, so good. I've mentioned this, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this because I already mentioned this throughout this whole week. We are in the falling channel. We're currently respecting the lower side of the falling channel. That's it. What I said to you, that if we do stay above this, then maybe something like a rebound here could be possible. What I'm looking at right now is this 0.0626 territory. If we push back above it, I will go higher. So basically, in other words, this scenario could be working out. If we fall below the lower side of the falling channel here, then yes, lower levels here could be met. AUDUSD. Okay, jumping into Forex, guys. Yesterday, of course, all the USD pairs. I mean, where USD is not the base currency. they're all kind of exploded to the upside. So, AUDUSD was not an exception. And yesterday I was talking about this Fibonacci. I said, look, maybe this is going to work out, maybe not. Maybe this is going to be the peak, because we were yesterday somewhere around here. And look at this explosion here. I'm still searching for that good barrier here where I can, from where I can draw my Fibonacci. But in general, I can say that this idea with the highlighted zone here worked out perfectly. So it broke the area, and I said that if we're going to break this area and stay above it, I'm going to go higher. And look at this, it's going higher. My next target right now is around here, around that 0.6920 territory. I'm going to be aiming for that only. Let's see if we can reach that, if we can get a hold up here. Maybe we'll get that, finally we'll get that hold up, and maybe we'll see that correction back down. But to be honest, I think that maybe something like that could come in next week. AUDJPY, rocket ship, honestly. Like, this is just amazing. For now, look, the 96.57 territory got violated. I was talking about it. I said to you yesterday that if we hold here, maybe something like this could be possible, like a correction back down. But we didn't hold. The market exploded. Of course, the stock market went higher, and I think that if just following that logic, I mean, this still may go a little bit more to the upside, and don't be surprised if AUDJPY also goes a little bit further north. My next target here is not far. The 97.42, 43, approximately around here. That's the inside swing low of the 12th of September. So that's going to be my next target. And then maybe I'll lift this arrow like this, and I'll maybe, consider something like that. Ideally, the 98.65 area, that's what I'm watching. That's the highest point of, is that 2022? Yeah, the highest point of 2022, guys. Could be a nice, good target, but look, we need to leave it. So if you're a short seller, leave it a little bit, like give it time. I know everybody's like tempted to capture that peak, but as I said in the beginning of this video, that if you think that it's done, let's say in this case rising, it will go a little bit more. It's always like that, and it takes out, or sorry, not always, but most of the time it's like that. It takes out, people on these things, and everybody's like, then, why it's like, why it continues, which has to correct, it has to go lower right now, why it's already way too overstretched. There is nothing like, there isn't a book saying how much overstretched you should be, or something like that. There is not a rule. It can go. If it's a trendy market, it can just go. If you're thinking that it's overstretched, no, maybe it's not. So that's why I just let it settle down. Leave it here for now, and let's see how it's gonna play out. But at this point, yeah. I'm still watching the upside. My next target, like I said, is this 97.43. AUDCAD, just wanted to pick up quickly on this one. This one's a little bit on the modest side, but still very good. I talked about this AUDCAD before. We reached my target. My target was around here, the 0.9107. So yeah, great. Mission accomplished. What do we do next? We do examine the next target, the 0.9232. And look, as long as we stay above this hurdle, this 0.9107, I will continue targeting the upside. We are above this upside line as well. So in other words, the trend is still higher. So if we do start breaking back below the this upside line, then yes, I will consider some lower levels. Even I don't have even like a good level here or anything. No, actually, it's pointless. I'll just stick to this upside line, honestly. If we do get a break below it, great, I'll go a little bit lower. NZDJPY, this one's on fire as well. Everything was JPY as well. Everything's on fire. So everybody's jumping off the yen. Oh, and by the way, with the yen today, yes, BoJ kept interest rates the same, unlike ECB yesterday. So BoJ kept it at minus 0.1. today, so yeah, continues to stimulate the economy. Yes, so far, look, Japanese yen is getting devalued. This is also helping Japanese exports, making them a little bit cheaper. But of course, look, if suddenly the stock market starts shifting back down, guys, I mean, we could see people jumping back into the yen as a safe haven. And so be careful if you're hoping to see here some sort of a a retracement at some point. I'm also hoping for that, but I need that confirmation first. At the moment, I'm not getting my confirmation. I'm getting only like a hold up near this 87.88 level. I talked about this. This is the highest point of September of 2022. Now let's see if we can reach the highest point of December of 2022 near the 88.40 level. We're kind of not far. Let's see if we can go there. USDJPY. So, okay, this was interesting. This is very interesting. We are pushing back up here, and we are pushing back up. And the question here is, can we get again another breakout here through this 140.93 territory? Okay, let's see, guys. Let's see, because at the moment this is quite attractive. I'm wondering if we can, if we can break the upper side of the range. Because look, yesterday I talked about this and I said that if we stay below this territory, then yes, we could see this one as a range of some sort. And this could be maybe, we could see maybe a retracement back down. But we are at a very tricky spot right now. Look, I will say it this way. What's happening, by the way, with the dollar index? Okay, we did get a bit of a slide, but now we're getting maybe we are ready for a bit of a retracement of some sort, and then we could see okay, look, this is going to be quite interesting to see if we're ready for a bit of a retracement on this. So yeah, maybe on US dollar I'm talking about, maybe this could actually push higher. And in this case, it's not that maybe that, okay, the dollar is weak, but the Japanese yen is a little bit weaker. So maybe this could actually continue pushing higher. Although, let's say in the scenario of the US dollar, let's say going slowly to the downside further, we could still see USDJPY pushing higher just because, let's say, if the stock market continues to rally, everybody's jumping off the yen, and that's why the yen would still be a loser against the dollar, and that's why we could see, this one pushing a little bit higher. So be careful. If you think that, let's say, the dollar is weak, I do feel the same, but against probably like euro or pound or AUD. But against the yen, I think it could be the winner. So that's that's my game plan. For the downside, I would like to see a drop somewhere back below this 140.45 level here, and then I'll consider maybe a bit of a retracement back down. USDCHF, just a quick update. Of course, slid nicely here. Okay, the Swiss franc is a little bit stronger than lately this week. So in general, it worked out nicely. I said that if we do drop below the 0.8986 territory, I will go lower. Yes, so far so good. I mean, look, ideally I'm aiming for this 0.8820 territory, but in between here we do have some of these targets here, so I think this one's nice actually. Yeah, good potential target, the 0.8870. That's going to be what I'm going to be aiming for initially, and then I'll take it from there. USDCAD, beautiful decline. Look, this is what I said to you yesterday, that if we do stay above this upside line, yes, I will go higher, but I'll get more comfortable with the upside if we do pop above this 1.3383. So yesterday during the morning video, we were back above this. So that kind of leaned more towards the upside. But because we have to adjust all the time, and of course the news came out, the ECB with its interest rate hike, and yes, the whole Fed issue that they didn't hike rates, that kind of kicked in yesterday. And look at this beautiful move. We fell below the highlighted zone. We tested my targets, the 1.3262. We cleared that. My next target was the 1.3226 here, marked by the lowest point of November of 2022. So basically, I would say I'm very curious to see if we can get a nice rebound here back up at the moment. But in general, to be honest, I'm going to go further south. And if we do drop and stay below that lowest point of November of 2022, guys, my next target could be somewhere around here. But that's wait. That's a little bit too much. I think that's too much. Yeah. Okay, we've got a hold up here, actually. Fantastic. Now maybe somewhere among the lines of this. I think this could be a good one. There we go. The 1.3036, good potential target later on. Let's see if we can reach that. But for today, I keep your eyes on. Actually, you know what? If the dollar corrects today, that's an interesting thought right now. If the dollar starts correcting back to the upside a little bit, maybe we'll see, for example, USDCHF, pushing back up a little bit. Maybe it'll correct next week as well, and we will get ourselves a bullish flag, a bearish flag. Maybe I'm jumping ahead of myself, but this is a hell of a nice poll for a flag. US dollar against the Mexican peso. Look, I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but hey, continues to slide, and it's so far so good. We found good support here this week near the 17.07. So look, if we want to go further south on this one, a break below this is needed. Will we get a correction back to the upside? It's a difficult one because the dollar right now is on the weaker side. So I think if we do push above this 17.26 territory, somewhere around here, maybe we could consider a larger correction here to the upside. GBPJPY, beautiful continuation move higher. Look, I said before that I'm aiming, if we do clear this territory, this 178.84, this is what I talked about yesterday. My next target is the 180 zone, or maybe even above that. So in general, yeah, I think let me just have a look at the GBPJPY. Yeah, I looked at the TVC ICE here, Intercontinental Exchange. There we go. I think I looked at this one. There we go. Yeah. This is what I was talking about yesterday, guys. I mean, look, we are on track. We are on track, honestly, for higher levels, maybe even the 200 zone at some point, because at this point, after we cleared this barrier, the highest point of 2022 near the 172.13 zone, we are now just pushing nicely to the upside. We have a cross here between the 50 and the 100-day EMA. Let's see if we can cross if the 50 can cross the 200-day EMA on the monthly chart. If it can, guys, honestly, this could open the doors to much higher levels, because we always cross the 100, but we failed to cross the 200, and that has been like for what, 30 years almost. So let's see if we can do that. GBPUSD, guys. So Daredevil, GBPUSD. Look, this is working out as according to the plan. I talked about this hurdle. I said if we clear it, I'll go higher. My next target will be that psychological 130 zone. That's what I'm going to be aiming for, as long as we stay above this 1.2680. Look, at some point maybe we'll get a little correction or something like that, but in general, I'm aiming for that psychological 130 zone, and then I'm going to take it from there. Simple as that. For the downside, what I need to see here is, well, initially I would like to I'll start considering some lower levels if we do fall back below this highlighted territory, somewhere roughly between the 1.2666. If we do fall back below it, then yes, I will consider a bit of a move lower. EURCHF, this one's annoying, like gold, honestly, like it's behaving like gold, but still holding to this highlighted zone. I have to give it that at least, and in a way, as long as we stay above it, then yes, there is a chance for a move higher or a move towards this 100-day EMA. But you know what? After the recent activity here, after this recent roller coaster ride, actually, I would like to see a push over the 0.9795 here, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. And then, yes, I'll get comfortable with higher levels. And finally, EURUSD. This one's okay. Look, carefully monitoring that US dollar index. If we do drift a little bit lower here, maybe a push back up here could be possible. But at some point, look, some of you are probably hoping to see a bit of a correction here. Me too, but we've cleared the highlighted zone here. I was talking about this, and yesterday I said to you that if we do pop up of the 1.0864, I'll go for this highlighted territory. We've cleared that territory, and now the question is, can we go, how far further north we can go? We're balancing around that 1.0950, but of course, a very, very attractive level is the psychological 110 territory. So that's a very interesting level, a very attractive one. Can we get a reach of that? Hopefully. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be aiming for initially. Maybe today, I would like to see it today, and then, you know, we'll go from there, because maybe if that gets cleared, the next target here could be that 1.1095, or in general that 1.11 zone. But okay, let's go slowly, not rushing into anything. For now, I am keeping an eye on this mess. So yeah, I'm aiming for that psychological 110 territory. So guys, that's it for this session. It was a long one. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate your views, your rockets, your comments, everything. I really, really do. Thank you very much for this week. Sorry if something was not maybe like you were expecting it to be, but tried to deliver as I could. But yeah, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you have, first of all, of course, I hope you have a fantastic trading day today. Remember, if it's not going, if you're already nicely in profit, or let's say just in profit, but if it's not going today, just leave it. Honestly, don't blow up your account, because again, revenge trading, you know, it's not good, especially at the end of the week. So just be careful. And again, we sometimes get these one-way traffics, which for, you know, these contrarians could be a bit of a, or for the people who are counter trend trading, could be a little bit of an issue. So that's why, guys, for now, I would say have a great day. Trade Daredevil, thank you very much for the kind words. Have a great weekend too. And yes, like I said, stay safe today. Have your stop losses in place. Risk only what you can afford to lose, and everything will be fine. See you on Monday, guys. Bye-bye. Hey there, thank you very much for watching this one till the end. I really appreciate that. So, like this video, we speculate your next mass movement will be towards the subscribe button.